So the Center for Court Innovation is an agency dedicated to promoting justice reform, and we do that in two ways. In New York, we forged a unique relationship with the New York State court system where we actually function as their research and development arm. And in that capacity, we go out and investigate difficult problems within the courts. We dream up new solutions, and then we'll actually go out and test those solutions in the real world through what we call demonstration projects. But our goal has never been confined to just the 5 boroughs of New York. And indeed, we want to spread the message of reform throughout New York State, throughout the country, and indeed across the world. So I was originally attracted to this line of work by meeting a guy named John Feinblatt. And John's vision of criminal justice reform was really about combining punishment and help, and saying that every criminal act deserves some sort of response from the justice system, but that we also should link the individuals who came before the court as defendants to the kinds of services, whether it be drug treatment or job training or mental health counseling, that would help them stop being recidivists. What's unique about this place, and I think it was embedded in the DNA of this institution by its founder, by John Feinblatt, is this idea of an organization that exists at the crossroads of doing and thinking, of action and reflection. So when the Midtown Community Court started back in 1993, I can tell you it was viewed as an out-of-the-box experiment. And there was many people that thought we were going to fail. Indeed, there was many people that were rooting for us to fail. Fast forward to today, to 2011, the story is very different. The ideas that animate the Midtown Community Court are no longer viewed as somehow beyond the pale, but indeed, in New York at least, are viewed as common operating practice in the courts. This idea that courts should think deeply about the impact that they have on defendants, that courts should reach out aggressively to communities, that courts should measure their impact in a rigorous way. These are all ideas that started at the Midtown Community Court and have spread throughout the New York State court system, and indeed have spread throughout the country. If you follow the dominoes, what our work is about is changing lives, and that's incredibly difficult and time-consuming work. And there's a lot of trial and error in that process. But it's about whether it's the Red Hook Community Justice Center transforming a local park so that mothers feel safe to bring their children there, whether it's the Brooklyn Treatment Court turning around the life of an addicted offender and getting them back on track and moving towards sobriety, whether it's the Brooklyn Domestic Violence Court working with victims of domestic violence and linking them to the type of shelter and services that lead them out of an abusive relationship and into safety. Those are the stories behind the numbers, and that, at the end of the day, is what the Center for Court Innovation is about. So we started off with an exclusive focus on just one Manhattan neighborhood, and from there we've widened our lens with almost every passing year. Now we run projects across all 5 boroughs. Now we perform training across New York State. Now we work internationally as well as domestically. So why has the Center for Court Innovation been able to survive across multiple mayors, multiple chief judges, multiple governors, multiple presidents, through good economic times and bad economic times? I would argue that there's really 2 reasons. One is just kind of the strength of our ideas and our unrelenting commitment to fighting for them. But I think it all comes back to the impact on the ground and the transformative impact we've had in the lives of communities.